Hey girlies, it's Tammy. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we have a foundation review, and I think I'm going to do a wear test today. I'm going to try to anyway. So I received the Beauty Blender Bounce foundation, and I did get a few shades. I gave some away, but these are the ones that I decided to keep and show you guys. So let's just go ahead and do this. Okay, so let's start with the lightest one. So the lightest one I have is shade number 4, which looks like this, and it is just a little bit too light for me, but it is described as a neutral olive undertone, so that is what it looks like. I will swatch them on my face in a sec. We have 4.05, which this one is literally very orange. It's like so warm toned. It's not for me. Then we have the shade that I actually use. So I did use this once yesterday and I really liked it, but I did use it kind of late in the evening, so I didn't get to do a wear test or anything like that. So I'm gonna test it for how long, because it is called Liquid Whip Long Wear Foundation. So I'm gonna test how long it actually wears today, because I didn't get to test that yesterday. But in terms of like how it goes on, the coverage, the finish, I really liked it yesterday, so we're gonna see if I like it again today. So I went in with the shade 4.15, which looks like this, and it is a little bit too deep, but once I go in with my concealer and like powder and everything, it matches perfectly, so yeah. And then the other shade is 4.45, and I thought this would be a good shade to contour with. This is described as a neutral undertone. It does say so here on the side. The only bad thing, not bad thing, but the only disappointing thing I suppose, is it didn't come with an actual beauty blender, and I've never tried the beauty blender sponge before, so I'm just gonna have to go in with my Fenty sponge. And I'm thinking to do half face with a sponge and then half face with a brush, and also half face no primer, half face with a primer. So yeah, we're really gonna put this to the test today. And then the last shade I have is 4.55, which looks like this, once again maybe for contour, and it is described as a cool undertone. So let's just go in and swatch the shades that I do have. So starting with the shade number 4. So yeah, you have to unlock it on this side. Oh, I just locked it. And then you pump it out like that, and it comes onto here, and you're meant to obviously bounce your beauty blender into it, but because we're doing swatches, I'm just going to use my finger. So this is the shade 4, and you guys can see it's way too light for me, but it would be a good mixer. For example, I have the NARS, what is this called, Radiant Longwear Foundation, Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, and it is a bit too deep for me, so I feel like if I mixed it with this, it would kind of balance it out. So I'm going to use this as a mixer shade. Okay, so next we have the shade 4.05, and this one is the very warm tone shade. You guys see how warm that is? Like, that is literally the shade after this one, so that is quite a big jump. It's not like a nice gradient. And from what I saw yesterday, it didn't oxidize, like compared to like the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop or the Fenty foundation. They don't oxidize as bad. It kind of dries down. All foundations dry down slightly different than how they apply wet, but it doesn't oxidize badly. So the next shade we have is the shade that I use, and that's 4.15. Oh, it's locked. That is a really decent match for me. Next, moving on to the shade 4.45, which is, I haven't used this one before, and it is described as a neutral undertone. So you do, when you first get it, you do have to pump it a few times for it to get to the top. There we go. So like I said, this one is 4.45. That would be a nice contour shade actually. And I think the last shade I'm just gonna leave, because I don't think it's gonna be very helpful to swatch it on my skin tone, and that is 4.55, and I could give it to friends and family, so I'm just gonna leave this one untouched. But that's what it looks like. Now yesterday, like I said, because I was filming quite late in the evening, I didn't actually go in with a primer, so today's the first time I'm gonna try it with a primer. But first I'm gonna go in and moisturize, and I've been loving this Pixie Rose Ceramide Cream. When my face is feeling so dry and tight, you know when you do like a purifying mask or like a clay mask, and it just draws everything out of your skin, and then you go in and wash your face as well, and your face just kind of feels like tight. This is the only cream that I've found kind of takes away that feeling. It's just so moisturizing, and it smells amazing as well. So I'm going to take the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer on this side of my face and just put it on my cheek area and a little bit on my nose as well. Right here and here, and then maybe a little bit on my forehead as well. Okay, so now we're just going to go ahead and take the foundation. So I'm going to pump 2 pumps out and use my sponge to apply on this side. So I'm just going to begin dabbing that in And can you guys see the coverage already? Like, wow. Like I said, I'm only gonna do half of my face. Now the shade is a bit warm for me and a bit deep, like I said, compared to my neck, but once we get everything on, hopefully it comes together. Hopefully I wasn't too tired yesterday and my memory's just messing with me. I'm gonna take one more pump just because I can see a little bit of scarring still on my face. And I'm just gonna dab that on top. So it is definitely a buildable foundation. I do think based on the shades that I received, they do need more neutral olive shades in the deeper section, because everything that I received was warm or cool. There was no neutral olive apart from shade 4, which was really light for me. So, but like I said, they might have more shades. These are just the ones that I received anyway. So yeah, as you can see, it's drying down. It has a beautiful skin-like finish. It's not too matte, but it's not super dewy as well. So now on the other side, I'm gonna go ahead with a brush, and this brush came in the BH Cosmetics set. I hauled it in my Beauty Bay haul. So I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, are you serious? It's all over my jumper. Fabulous, darling, fabulous. I don't think that should be a problem, because if you're not a YouTuber, you won't be holding your foundation up like this, you know what I mean? You'll probably just pump it, looking at it like this, and just pump it out. So that would be fine, but don't hold it like this, guys. It will drop straight onto your clothes. But anyways, I'm gonna take my brush, dip into it. And top points for innovation. I really like the packaging. The only thing is you do have to clean it like every single day. Ooh, I think I like the coverage more with a brush. The only thing is brushes are harder to get around your eyebrows, and I always do my eyebrows before foundation now. Okay, so I really like how that applies with a brush. I typically do apply my foundation with a brush, but I thought I'd try it with a sponge because, you know, it's designed to be used with a sponge. I'm going to take one more pump with the brush and just double up the coverage because I'm a full coverage girl, okay? As for how it's applying to the skin, I'm not noticing a big difference between the primer and non-primer side. They're both gliding on and applying beautifully, so yeah. Oh, stop it. I accidentally used the brush on that little bit. Okay, so I definitely prefer the coverage on this side with a brush. I feel like on the side that I use the sponge, you can still see a little bit of my scarring. So I'm gonna take whatever's left on this thing, just like wipe it off and stamp it onto where I need more coverage. Yeah, I feel like that has covered so much better using a brush. So it just sits on the skin so nicely. It looks, honestly, it looks so good. Let me give you guys a close-up of my face before I go in with concealer and everything else. Okay guys, so I've zoomed you in, and this is how the foundation is sitting on the skin. Like, how flawless does it look? It's definitely even my skin tone. It doesn't look cakey, and it's sitting so nicely on my skin. Okay, so before I continue with concealer, powder, all of that, I'm gonna go throw some eyeshadow on and I'll be right back. Okay guys, and I'm back. So my eyeshadow is on, and if you want to know what I used, it is the Endless Possibilities palette from Focallure. I will have a video, actually it should be up before this, so I do have a video of this tutorial already. Definitely check that out if you are interested. Now back to the face. So I'm going in with my Essential High Coverage Liquid Concealer. I love this stuff, you guys know already. This is the shade Rich Ginger, and it is now back in stock on Beauty Bay and Cult Beauty as well, so I'm happy. Just gonna blend that in with my sponge. Look at that coverage. Okay, and for powder, I'm gonna go in with my Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. Ever since I did my Fenty Beauty concealer review, I believe in this powder. From the difference of the Revolution to this, guys, it's worth the £29. It just keeps your under eye flawless and matte all day. It just, I love this powder. So I'm gonna take a little bit on the sponge and just not bake, but like press it in underneath my eyes. Like so. And just bounce that in. Okay, so I'm gonna go into bronze with my Sunkissed Giant Bronzer in medium. And once again, guys, I've hit pan on this. Well, I hit pan on this a little while ago, but the pan's just getting bigger and bigger. And I'm gonna bronze my face. Also taking some of that down the sides of my nose to contour. I'm going to take my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in dark on a big brush and just dab over my contour and highlight to blend everything together. Okay, so I want to apply some lip product. What should I wear? I'm going to take a dab of this Focallure Velvet Liquid Lipstick. It's my first time trying it, but I feel like, ooh, the orange shade could go really nice with the orange in my crease. Ooh, that colour looks pretty. Okay, so this is Dark Coral from Focallure. It's their velvet, come on, close, velvet liquid lipstick, I believe, and it's not sticky at all yet. And I went in with the NYX lip liner in Cold Brew, and that's what's on my lips. Okay, so I'm quickly going to do my lower lash line and then I'll come back to show you guys how the foundation is looking. I'm also going to set my face with Mario Badescu Aloe and Cucumber Spray. Is my favourite facial spray. It just takes down the powdery look.
20 minutes later.
Okay guys, so here we are with the final look, and this is how the foundation is looking on my skin. Super flawless. It honestly doesn't look cakey at all. It looks so good. I'm not noticing a difference between the prime side and the not prime side so far anyway, but I honestly think this foundation sits so flawlessly on the skin. I knew something was missing. I haven't done my nose highlight. One sec. Always do a nose highlight. So I'm just quickly taking the first highlight I saw. This is MAC Oh Darling. Just gonna highlight my nose. Yeah, there's nothing bad I can say. I really like how it sits on the skin. What do you guys think? I've brought you in nice and close so you can see. I'm just gonna go about my day now and pick the kids up from school, you know, the usual, and I'll check in with you guys later. Oh, let me tell you the time before I go. Okay, so it is 1:58 in the afternoon, so almost 2 o'clock basically. And yeah, I'm gonna come back to you guys later, probably like 6 or 7, and show you guys how it wore throughout the day. Okay guys, so I've come into, I'm using my phone by the way, I've come into my bathroom to show you guys how the foundation looks in natural lighting, and it looks so flawless. I mean, I can barely see any pores. Ooh, gone a bit crazy with that nose highlight, but yeah, I'm about to head out now. It's been like an hour since I left you guys. It's now 3 and I left you at 2, and we're still looking super flawless. I really like this color on me as well. I think it suits me really well. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a mini little checkup and also show you the foundation in natural lighting. So yeah, I'm out. Okay guys, and I'm back. So it is now 6:13 in the evening. I'm starting to feel a bit sick. My daughter has lost her voice, my boyfriend's feeling sick, and I feel like my throat is on fire right now, and I'm starting to get a headache. So I just want to take this makeup off. So I thought I'd come in and check in with you guys before I did. I think the foundation still looks super flawless. I mean, I haven't touched up all day, and my oils are not even like, they're there, but they're not like, oh my god, I'm oily type of thing. Usually at this stage in the game, my pores would be like very visible and my oils would be coming through, but I'm really happy with how it's looking so far. But granted, it has only been like, what, 4 hours, so I did want to do this longer, but honestly guys, my head is pounding, you know, I just want to take a nap. I feel like if anything, the dewiness on my skin right now is very healthy looking. I like this amount of dew. It kind of gives my skin a natural sheen, and yeah, I really like this foundation so far. It hasn't worn off, and I have been like resting on my face and it hasn't like worn off. The coverage is still there. Overall guys, I'm really happy with the foundation and I will keep using it. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. I'm literally gonna take myself to bed and have a nap. Hopefully my headache goes when I wake up and I'll feel better, but yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.